Hey loves, welcome back to Day Spills Tea. I, of course, am the lovely Day, and we have not had a chance to talk about Ready to Love. I cannot believe I'm finally getting a chance to talk about this nonsense with y'all. Why is Corey still there? What the hell? What the hell? Anyways, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me right now. Go ahead and leave some comments down below. You know all of the stuff I want. Let's go ahead and jump into this foolishness because we are already several weeks behind. If you haven't subscribed, take care of that mess too. Okay? Anyways, so we're several weeks into it, but I have been watching from the start, and I know y'all have been enjoying this show. Shout out to all of y'all who kept recommending I watch Ready to Love last season, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna jump in because I don't really know what's going on. I wish I had jumped in because it's totally not the type of show that you have to have watched from the start. Anyways, so last night's episode was probably my favorite so far because that dang old Corey, he cracks me up. That dang old Camille cracks me up, and Tasia usually cracks me up, but she wasn't that bad this episode because we didn't get a whole lot of her this episode. But she actually kind of starts it out, and she's saying that people need to get serious and really start picking. And I'm like, ma'am, they've been picking, they just wasn't picking you. Like she just really, last week's episode, who was it? She was talking to like Frank, I think it was. And he's like trying to engage, trying to get to know her. And she keeps reading off her resume. She's very young and kind of immature in her thinking. And this isn't insulting. I'm just really, really observing. She's immature in her thinking that if I tell people that I'm successful, they have to respect that and they have to be impressed. Ma'am, that only works when other people aren't also successful. People who are also hardworking, people who are also intelligent, people who are also successful are not going to be so super impressed by your resume, especially when they're trying to get to know you as a person, not you as a professional. He's not looking to offer you a job. So hopefully she'll kind of get the picture, you know, as the guys keep putting her like in the bottom. Hopefully she can figure out that she needs to just let down the walls, talk, and relate to people. Find out more about them without doing an interview. Okay? Anyways. So, Tommy tells them that they're going to be having this pool party, and I think that's such a cool idea. All of the women are gorgeous. All of the men look good. Everybody's all fit and all of that and everything. They ain't got nobody that's all like thick and overweight and everything like me. They got everybody looks like super rock stars on this show. Anyway, so they're at the pool party, and Camille and Cornelius are hugged up as usual. She says something about them matching, and then she starts doing this all in his face, and I'm like, what is she like? She is so annoying. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope she's not nobody's family. She is really, really annoying. And so she manages to like poke him in the eye or scratch him or something like that, and I'm like, well, that's what happened when you throw on your nails all in people's face or whatever. That was really, really annoying to me. Anyways, my thing with Camille is I remember in the original episode when they were kind of like introducing us to the cast, and she was talking about how many men had fallen for her and proposed to her. And I said it then. This is the type of woman who basically makes men be in a relationship with her. Like if they show the slightest bit of interest, she's claiming them as this is my man, this is my boyfriend, and probably demanding the moon and the stars from them until they run away screaming, you know. And I feel like she probably begged for each and every one of those engagement rings, and then after she got them, she's one of those people who would be like, you know, oh, he wanted me so bad, he proposed, he this, he that, and then they probably just all run away like, okay, this is enough. Anyways, I might be wrong, but that's how it seems to me. So Tommy lets them know that he is introducing 2 more sexy singles. And so Sydney walks in, and maybe I read it wrong, but it looked to me like Tasia was clapping and saw Sydney and was like, insecure much? Meanwhile, Aisha is still smiling. She's welcoming. Aisha, of all the women, is probably my favorite. Her and Sabrina. I love both of them. They just seem so true to themselves. They seem really, really confident. They're gorgeous. They seem like they, I don't know. I like them. That's it. I like them. So Sydney and Sean come in. Sean is like immediately not great at socializing. So he's talking to a group of ladies, but it felt like he was only talking to Sydney. So, what is it? Zadia, I think. She is gorgeous. And Camille, and I forget who else was over there, but they were like, okay, we're about to just leave because you ain't really interested in us anyways. So I kind of knew that Sean is probably not going to go very far. We'll see what actually ends up happening. But somehow Corey is still on the show. Like, what happened after the very first mingling thing? What do you call it? What do they call the mingling thing? Whatever. After the very first mixer, when y'all realized that he had asked everybody out on the date, why didn't y'all get rid of him then? Like when Sabrina was talking to him a couple of episodes ago, and she's just like, he had nothing. Like he has no substance. Like everything is a game. Why did y'all keep him then? So just because he helped Mumin with her flat tire, all of a sudden y'all think he's this wonderful guy. I'm so confused. Like that's why y'all single. Because y'all not great at picking dudes at all. Like, y'all are really not great at picking dudes. Anyways, so, Courtney, who I thought Courtney was like really, really smart and really, really quick and with it. And I really like her a lot. She's walking around getting all these cards that Corey has left for her. And she's kind of hype about it. She's like, oh, somebody is profession they love for me. Like, this is so sweet and all of that. And I'm thinking like, come on now, you smarter than that. Like, you know that this creep ain't about nothing. Anyways, it was a very sweet gesture. And had we not known that Corey was a boy, it probably would have really seemed like a really, really nice romantic thing to do. But because it's Corey, it's trash. I mean, that's just how I see it. But y'all let me know if you see something different because it's Corey. Anyways, so Tyrone is super intense. And we haven't I hate that I didn't get to start doing these from the beginning. But Tyrone is super intense and he seems really, really socially awkward. So he tells Shiloh, who is another one who's gorgeous, he tells Shiloh that she could be his wife. And I'm thinking like, boy, are you crazy? Like, no disrespect. I love Shiloh, but why are you telling her that without finding out where she is? Like, I agree with being honest about your feelings. I agree with being open, but find out where her head is before you put that type of pressure on the relationship. So he's telling her, he's not only telling her this, he's also telling her that he's told the world this. That's a lot of pressure, bro. You can't do that. That was a bad move. Then he's talking to Sabrina later, and Sabrina, who's a freaking knockout, is telling him how she enjoys him and she's somewhat interested. And he's basically like, I already got a woman. But bro, you don't. You got somebody you like. And she don't even like you back like that yet. Because she hasn't had a chance to get to know you. Anyway, so Sabrina kind of tried to coach him and let him know, like, don't, like you shouldn't put all your eggs in that one basket. But I think he had just kind of already made up his mind. And I just thought that was so weird that he would be like professing his desire to marry her so quickly. That's weird. Ooh. Anyways, so I did notice too that as Sean was talking to Camille and the other ladies, someone called him handsome or attractive, and he told Camille, you could call me attractive too. And she was like, oh, my boo wouldn't like that. Okay, I don't know if Cornelius is your boo like that. But then Cornelius sat and had a conversation with Sydney. And as he's talking, Camille is like freaking out. She's like, my boyfriend is over there talking to this other woman. And I'm like, okay, I know I be kind of half watching the shows and half cleaning the house and half doing this and that, but I don't remember him becoming her boyfriend. And I don't think he knows he's her boyfriend. But she got a whole problem with him talking to other women. And I'm just like, I don't know if he understands that they are now in a monogamous committed relationship. I think that he thinks that they are still participants on the show. Anyway, so she is saying that she's going to address Sydney. Girl, if you don't sit your silly behind down, you're going to address what? I was so glad Mumin made her take a pause because she was about to really, really embarrass herself. So then she goes over to talk to Cornelius and is super disrespectful. She said he was acting like a country bumpkin. She said he was acting like a dumbass. She told him he was naive. What? I couldn't even believe she was acting the way she was. It was so unbecoming. And then she said he was embarrassing her and I won't stick around for that. Honey, bye. And I could just see him like, what is happening? And I really respect that he seems like such a nice guy, because I would have been like, you know what? That's enough. Like, I'm done. Like this, we're not even in a relationship and you acting crazy. Oh no, I'm done. But he seemed to be patient and kind. So much respect to him for that, because something is wrong there. That was very, very possessive, very, very insecure, very, very immature behavior. And I guess I just can't relate to it. And I think that that's the way that a lot of women honestly might act. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any of you who might have handled it that same way. But I think that it was really, really insecure. And again, calling him a dumbass and stuff, that was just disrespectful. I didn't like that at all. Anyways, so later they have a party at the house, and so Aisha is chit-chatting with Sean and she's kind of getting to know him. Later they actually did go out on a date and they seem to really, really vibe, but Aisha is like, let me just make sure you know that I'm not having no more kids. And I understand that since you don't have kids, there will come a point when you're going to want kids. And I'm not having no kids. So I appreciated that both of them were very honest with each other talking about that subject, because unfortunately some people will fake the funk. Some people will straight up pretend that they don't want kids or that they will have kids for you, and then when the time comes they will, you know, finally be honest about their feelings and relationships end. A lot of people will figure, well, if they love me, you know, then they won't push me or whatever. But that's not true. You know, people who have a desire to be a parent, that's a very, very strong desire. And those of us who are already parents and have decided we're not having no more, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Anyways, so I did like that. I really, really like Aisha. And then later when the ladies talked about what guy or guys was going to go home, you know, the guys were kind of like on Tyrone's head about how he was kind of basically professing a commitment to Shiloh. And Aisha was like, I'm so sorry, because like I pointed him in your direction. Like I told him, if you like a girl, you gotta like go after it. So she reminds me so much of myself, and she's kind of like the guy's girl. Like I imagine that she probably has a ton of guy friends, and that's probably who she feels most comfortable with. And that's probably why she was coaching Tyrone on, you know, the thing with Shiloh. Unfortunately though, as we all know, it didn't work out. So what else happened? So during the ladies' meeting, bless her heart, Courtney is so proud of these notes that she got from Corey. I'm assuming that Courtney had done forgot about the fact that Corey is a sleazeball. Okay, so she thought these notes really meant something. And so she's kind of like, she's not bragging. She's not being boastful or anything in a negative way. She's just proud of these notes and she's happy to share them with the group. And so the notes are saying that she's his first crush and you've been my first choice since day one. And Mumin is like, hold on, player. Because I was his first choice since day one too. And so it's basically just a repeat of what happened the very first week when they all found out that he had essentially told each one of them that he wanted to go out with them. So he sat down and he had a conversation with Mumin, or Mumin sat him down and had a conversation with him. And she flat out asked him about the notes because Tasia told her about the notes. And he refused to answer. That man dodged that question with every fiber of his being. And then in order to get her to stop questioning him, he tried to manipulate her and insult her intelligence and say, I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about taking us to the next level. This is my romantic man voice. I want you to meet my parents. He's so full of it. And I wrote that in my notes immediately. He is not going to sit up here and try and distract her from these notes and cards that he made for Courtney by talking about, I want you to meet my parents. Boy, your little silly self, get out of here. So at the table, when Mumin mentions the fact that he's been feeding her all the same rhetoric, and Courtney's like, did he say he wanted you to meet his parents? Corey, grow up, dude. You are not 20. Who are you taking this advice from? Where are you getting this idea that this is how you get women? It's not. It's not. And you look stupid. They don't look stupid. You look stupid. You look like a child. Why are you on TV doing this? And then when Courtney gives him the news that he's not moving forward in the show and that he's not ready for love, he's like, I just thought you would vouch for me. Shut up. I just thought you would have went to bat for me. 'Cause why? 'Cause why? And I could see her patience growing shorter and shorter and shorter, just tired of the crap and probably annoyed that she fell for it for even a minute. I'm glad they went on and got rid of his behind, because why didn't y'all get rid of him immediately before? So I understood the first one. I forget his name, but dude that wanted to be reciting poetry through every conversation, bruh, nobody wants to do that. Okay? Nobody wants to talk to you and you reciting poetry every time for everything that they say. That's annoying as hell. Okay? That's annoying. So I hope he understands that that's not how you get chicks either. Who is teaching these guys how to get chicks? But the young man last week, I don't remember his name. I liked him. I did find him, the week before last. I did find him to be a little barricaded, but I thought that he was actually a cool dude. I felt like if they got to know him better, that they could actually like him. The young lady who left last week, she was absolutely kind of aggressive. She didn't like that they were saying that, but the fact that you wanted to sit down with Tyrone because he said he didn't want to talk to you anymore, to me, that was kind of aggressive. It's kind of entitled. You owe me an explanation. No, he don't. Y'all into getting to know each other phase. Nobody owe nobody nothing. So, Anyways, yep, I can't wait for next week. This has become my favorite show. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's a good replacement for Put a Ring on It being gone. So let me know y'all thoughts down below. How did you like the episode? What did you think about what I think as far as Camille? I think Cornelius is nice, but they be all on him like he Morris Chestnut or Jason Momoa or somebody. I don't see it. But he does seem like he's a really sweet guy. But anyways, let me know your thoughts. Who do you like the most? Who do you dislike? Who do you want to see more of? And who do you want to see as the final couple? Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Bye.